Ladies and gentlemen, this next comic, so fucking funny, man. You gonna love him, man. Everybody clap it up for Shafi Hussein.
Thank you so much. Clap it up one more time for your host, Cypher. One more time for your band over. Hell yeah. I got some big news. I got my green card 2 days ago. Yeah. Hell yeah. I got my green card 2 days ago. Today I broke up with my American girlfriend. I just don't see that need. I just don't see that. I'm a strong, independent man who can take care of himself. You understand? Dude, if you don't have a green card, get one. It's so much fun. Dude, the amount of confidence I have now, it's not good. I started jaywalking. Do you understand? I joined the Republican Party. I'm like, close down the borders. I don't think we need any more of you coming in for Thanksgiving. Close it down. Close it down. I am from Bangladesh. Anyone else? That's what I thought. I actually was in Bangladesh 2 weeks ago. Wait, did I say Bangladesh? I meant H&M. I was in H&M 2 weeks ago. Yeah, everything there is made in Bangladesh. I go there, I'm like, this is my work. It's beautiful. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. My mother, she still lives in Bangladesh. One of the first times she called me from Bangladesh because she has like an international number. My caller ID showed scam likely. I answered that call. My mom, what's up? She's like, I'm trying to buy a house. Can you send some money back home? I'm like, oh my God, this is a scam. This is not good. Bangladesh, the first American fast food that came to my country was KFC. It was July 19, 2006. Yeah, I remember the date. It was a big deal. The Prime Minister of Bangladesh was there for the opening of this KFC. Do you understand what I'm telling you right now? Can you imagine Joe Biden opening the local Wendy's? That's what we did with our KFC. My dad took a PTO to take the family to witness the opening. And because the entire country was there, they ran out of food. So we just took pictures in front of a KFC. I'm not making, if you come to my house in Bangladesh, in the living room, there are 3 pictures, okay? One of them is of my sister getting married, special day for the family. Second one is of me graduating from college from the US, the first member to do so, special day for the family. Sure. And the third one is of our family surrounding Colonel Sanders. Those are the 3 pictures we have in our living room. KFC is a big deal. It's a posh restaurant. You have to make reservations to go to a KFC in Bangladesh. Like when I was growing up, one of my uncles went on a date with his long-term girlfriend to KFC, and I was like, oh my God, he's going to propose. Yes, KFC money? That's crazy. Last time I was in Bangladesh, I was dining in at a KFC with my family, and the staff, a KFC employee, came up to me, and he's like, how's the food? A fast food employee asked me how the food was. I was shocked. I didn't know that was a thing. I panicked, and the first thing that came to my head, I said it. I was like, it's finger licking good. That's what I said to an adult. It's finger licking good. I mean, make some noise if you're from South of Asia. Make some noise. I see a few of you. Yeah. The couple here didn't want to clap. That's okay. We don't get sex ed from our parents, right? We don't get brown kids. We don't get sex ed from our parents. I had to learn myself. You know, do you know about the GSPOT, sir? You know about this? You're learning. You're married. What do you mean you're learning? You should be. GSPOT. Men scientists came up with it in the 1980s. Did you know that men scientists found the G-spot in the 1980s? That means men went to the moon before they went to the G-spot. Do you understand? Do you understand? In our defense, it is easier to locate the moon. It is... sex is biased. It favors men. I get it. It favors. It's really easy for girls to find our special place, right? Right? Like finding a guy's special place, that's like playing hide and seek in a studio apartment. You're like right there. I see it. It's right there. Finding a girl's special place, that's like trying to find a minority in Maine. It's gonna take you a while. It's there, but you gotta look, you know. I don't know, like, I feel like we're progressive as a society now. Like, you know, people use sex toys and that's great. But I have like male friends who have this ego. They're like, I'm never gonna use a sex toy on my woman. You know, that's like ego thing. I don't have that. You know, I used to feel that way about spell check. You know? Well, I'm never gonna use spell check. But once you get used to it, you save so much time. I have hobbies now. I took up pottery. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I do like girls who like, well, like, you know, they're more vocal, they'll give you instructions in bed, that's great. It's more, communication is important, right? But I was with someone who's like a bit too instructional. Like almost felt like I was playing a game of Twisters. You know, she's like, put your right hand here, put your left hand there. I'm like, oh my God, if I fall, I'm gonna get eliminated. This is not good. Like before I met her, I had no idea why Hindu gods had so many arms. Now I do. They're not fighting demons, they're just trying to stay in a marriage. It's a lot. It's a lot. I remember one of these bad days, this girl, one of the first things she said during the date, she's like, I'm an open book, you can ask me anything. She's like, I'm an open book, you can ask me anything. And she kept talking about all of her previous relationships, you know? And that this book has too many contributing authors, you know? It's not a fun read. So, do you remember the first book you ever read as a kid? The first book you ever read as a kid, do you remember it?
Sure.
What was it?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy? It's the book? Yeah. That doesn't sound like a book, right? It's an author? It is a book, Tom Hardy? Well, fun read? Fun read, yeah. That's good. That's good. If Red says fun read, I believe him. Yeah. My first book was the Quran. Yeah, that's an intense first book for a child. It's not a chill read, you know? I've been to the ocean, no one's reading the Quran on a beach, you know? I don't know. I don't even know this. On Amazon.com, you can leave a one-star rating on the Quran and the Bible. Did you know that? You can go home and do that. Did you know that? You can do that. I'm not religious, but I leave the same I go on the Bible webpage and leave the same comment. I'm like, the Quran is better, 1 star. Dilute the product. Dilute the product. That's what I say. Dilute the product. You know? My mom, she's religious. She's trying to go to Mecca. Muslims, they go to Mecca, right, for pilgrimage. Jewish people, they go to Jerusalem, right? Christians, they go to Coachella. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. I recommend it. If you can afford it, definitely do it. If you can afford it. I was living upstate New York for my internship out of college, and my landlord, he was like a missionary guy, right? And I told him that I'm a free agent, right? And he was trying to draft me in his team. He's like, Shafi, have you heard of the Bible? That's what he said. Have you heard? Like it's a new TV show streaming on Netflix. I'm like, yeah, I know the Bible. He's like, you should look into it more. Like I think you'll love it. I was like, are you trying to convert me? And he said, would you? And I jokingly said, I will if I don't have to pay rent. And he's like, never mind, and walked away. That's the day I learned his love of Jesus was less than $600 a month. It was quantifiable. It was quantifiable love, yeah? Like, I asked him, like, why do you think the Bible was written by God? And his explanation was, Shafi, when you buy a phone, the phone comes with a set of instructions. So the Bible is a set of instructions on how you should live your life. He compared the Bible to the phone. They're not the same. The Bible says don't sleep with your neighbor's wife. My phone's like, here's a link to that. You know, they're very different. I mean, I saw my first porn very late in the game, by accident too, just before I moved to the US. I was researching, this is true, I was researching fun things to do at JFK. And one of the movies I clicked on, it was called TSA Officer Welcomes You to America. And I should have been skeptical because they spelled welcome wrong. And then 2 weeks later, I arrive at JFK. I'm standing in line in customs, and this beautiful TSA lady comes up to me. Beautiful. She comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, we need to ask you some questions. Follow me." And I was like, "Oh my God." Was that a documentary? Like, what was I watching? You know?